They come in and there's the onboarding that takes place. Someone's not coming on their first day and like, that's it, get to work. There's a span of time. We've got a whole 30, 60, 90-day plan. We lay out, here are the expectations. Here's how we're going to train and develop you. When you come in, they go through CRISP 101. Here's how we began. Here's what we're all about. Here's our product mix. Here's who we work with. All the things you have to learn to be able to be successful here and to set that person up for success. And that's the same way every single time. The onboarding is the same way every single time. Now, depending on the role, the 30, 60, 90-day plan is going to be different for someone in one department versus someone in another department, but the actual orientation really remains the same. And CRISP 101 is the same, and we continue to update that as the company grows. So we make sure that people come in, it's very much systematized and structured and delivered in a way where it's consistent. Because if you are not doing that, well then, some people are getting the message while others are not. You have a lot of variability. You don't know if somebody's really brought up to speed. They don't know what the expectations are. Then their success is really a roll of the dice. But here, our aim is to make sure that the only reason why someone would not be successful is not because of a lack of information, not because of a lack of training, not because of a lack of development, but quite simply, the ball's in your court. You don't put forth the effort. That's on you. And then the other aspects that we look at beyond that, we need to also know that like we're getting the right feedback from the people that we're investing in and that we're training and developing them properly. So we're constantly looking for feedback of like, how's your training going? Like, give us feedback on your 30-day plan, the 60-day plan, the 90-day plan. At our leadership meetings, we're constantly evaluating new hires and saying, how's this person performing? We know exactly where they stand. So a lot of it is just having the right data and insights to know how somebody is doing and really being vested in them. It's not like somebody starts and we ignore them. It's like we really, 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 especially in those first 90 days, we want to make sure that they're going to be successful to allow them to start driving value for the organization as quickly as possible.
Absolutely. And one thing about any new hire is we actually have all of that developed before they even start. Honestly, before you even post the job, is because we want to make sure we are setting them up for success. And the last thing you want is a new hire saying, what am I supposed to be doing?
Exactly. The only reason that someone, I would say, does not like what they're doing is because they don't know what they're doing. If they come to you and they're frustrated and they're struggling, in many cases, it's just because they don't have a proven path to being successful. They just don't know what is expected of them. They don't know how to succeed. And yes, there's elements of this where you need to encourage critical thinking of them to solve problems. But clarity is kindness. And if somebody doesn't know what is expected of them, that's going to put somebody in a very variable state of saying, well, what does great look like? I don't know. Like, what do you expect of me? I delivered X, but you were looking for Y. And then you have different definitions of what is value to you in the organization versus what is value to them. They're like, man, I thought we liked this kind of stuff and getting everybody cookies and cupcakes. You're like, no, what we were actually more interested in was getting calls set. It's just making sure that you're articulating those things on the front end and having that conversation at the very beginning, because you don't want to surprise someone 90 days in and saying, hey, it's just not a fit. And they're like, what? I've been coming in every day. I've been working hard. And like, you're telling me it doesn't work? Like, that should never be a surprise to anybody.